So first, I want to thank you both for testifying. And for those who haven't yet seen your testimonies, maybe you should just explain how an artist and a politician are here together.
That's a Twilight Zone.
That's
really.
weird, huh?
It's Twilight Zone. In July of 21, I've been out by the CAQ, the CAQ. That's the party in power in Quebec. And I became public. And at some point, I did interviews and a lot of things. And then I came to her and said, let's do something together. So we started a podcast.
Well, when you contacted me, I was like, Stéphane, I'm not into politics, and to me it's useless, and I think you've got the wrong person. And he said, no, that's exactly what I want.
Yes.
What a fantastic combination. This is what I do. I think it's useless. So let's just go back for a moment. You're here because you were canceled as a politician for just questioning things.
The passport, right? I just said, I can't approve that. Can we have a debate? And the next day, they sent me a letter saying I'm out.
It's just crazy that you were the only one. I can't imagine.
Yeah. But they did an example out of me. Don't ask question. Look at him, and now he's out. Right?
So let's talk about this because you were the example for artists. So
Exactly.
explain what you did.
They did the same thing in every field. But to me, I did nothing. I'm an angel.
They accused her of murder.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. Just because my friend died, apparently of AIDS. I'm not sure I agree, but that's not the point. But they said that it was me who convinced him to stop his therapy and who sold natural products to try to heal his AIDS and all a bunch of lies. But of course, it canceled me in
But
society.
this started even before that because you were using humor
Yeah.
to counter the narrative. And that's why you were targeted. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
exactly. Probably that I was a little annoying for them, but before that, I was just treated as a conspiracy theorist and all the traditional insults that we hear all the time on the social medias. But it's when it started in the medias that was a little harder. But yes, I think I was just a little disturbing for what they were doing.
And now the whole province of Quebec think she killed a guy and she cannot defend herself.
Yeah, nobody wants give me permission to talk and say my side of the story.
Well, I'm glad you told your side of the story here.
Thank you
and
for that.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Well, it's our pleasure and our honor because we've had so many people who have been canceled from their fields for speaking out. And you're right. There are people who are made an example of in every field. But I love that. Well, first of all, I just want to ask you, and I don't know if you can answer this, but why do you think it is that artists who typically are the ones who question the establishment, right? That why didn't they step out?
Well, it's hard to make it as an artist, and we talked about it before the interview, just being part of ACTRA and UDA. It's so much work and so many years to achieve that. So basically, it's the same in every field. They don't want to lose that, and it's not a lot. It's not a lot of money, but in their case, it's the status. I don't know, they don't want to lose that, but in the case of doctors or lawyers, well, they don't want to lose their status, their big salary and everything. In every field, you don't want to lose what you gain. And that's probably why they said the conspiracy theorists are all people who have no education and everything, but that's probably those who had nothing to lose who could really speak out. That's what I think.
My experience has been that people who are speaking out and have spoken out are the most educated. They actually did the research. And it's interesting that the things you pointed out about masks not being effective and you pointed out about the vaccine passport, these are things now that have been established as useless.
Yes.
And yet you're canceled.
Still.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Still
huh?
today.
Yeah.
Still, there's no hint of debates.
Yeah.
We're still canceled, and nobody in the media. We have a podcast. Nobody would accept our invites, right? So, no debate. No
Well,
debate.
if you ever do it in English, I'll accept your invite.
We can make an exception, maybe.
Okay. And where do people listen to your podcast? Watch your podcast?
It's on YouTube, and it's called, in French, En toute franchise.
Okay.
It would be in all honesty, maybe,
Yeah.
in English.
Yeah, but it's not
that's the
translated.
name, yeah.
That's the name.
Okay.
So,
We'll put up a link to that
yeah,
for you.
and we're doing really long shows, like
Yeah,
4 or
that's
5
like
hours.
long shows.
And we
long-
go into really deep into every subject.
everything
And
that's going on in the press, and we talk about philosophy, politics, religions of the world, everything.
yeah,
Okay, I definitely want to do this, just so you know. I want to thank you. It sounds wonderful. I think one of the silver linings out of all of this is the interesting combinations, the creativity that's coming out of it with people inventing new ways to communicate and creating new alliances. So I want to thank you for being part of the National Citizens
Impossible
Inquiry.
alliances.
Yes.
You and me.
Impossible.
That has nothing to do. But he
But
wasn't
she's-
a conspiracy theorist at first.
I'm not. No.
Well, I brought it in. I brought him into my world.
Yeah, the dark side.
Yeah, he's in the dark side.
the
Well, that
heart.
is the job of the artist.
He was not even an anti-vax. Yeah, well, from the start, I'm anti-vax. But he
Anyway,
was
she's the heart. I'm the reason.
That's the thing.
And then we
That's
combine.
the combination of the feminine and masculine side, and the heart and the brain. You know.
We need more of that.
Yes.
Thank you both. For everyone watching, please go to nationalcitizensinquiry.ca, sign the petition. I mean, do you not want to see more interesting conversations, more interesting alliances, hear from the people who have been canceled still, even though what they were pointing out has proven to be correct? Donate if you possibly can. Let people know. Share this testimony. Share their testimony. It is all translated into English. So please share and spread the word. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you both. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for what you're doing.
Yes.